Hi, welcome to Educationleaves. In this video, you are going to learn types of organizational structure. Let's start the video. Business of all categories, shapes, and sizes use organizational structures for their growth. There is a specific hierarchy within an organization. An eminent organizational structure defines each employee's job and how it fits within the entire system. Not having a proper organizational structure can create difficulties for certain organizations. In these types of situations, employees may face difficulties while reporting. Having a great structure in an organization can provide clarity for everyone at every level. Types of organizational structures. First one is bureaucratic structures. There are three types of bureaucratic structure. Pre-bureaucratic structure. This structure is the shortest organizational structure and is used to solve simple tasks, such as sales. It is a centralized structure. Most communication is done by one-on-one conversations, and the strategic leader makes all the important decisions. It is also called the entrepreneurial structure, as it allows the founder to control growth and development. Bureaucratic structures. The bureaucratic structure has some level of standardization. This structure defined the clear roles and responsibilities of every individual employee. It is a hierarchical structure, with respect to merit. It has many levels, so decision-making authority has to pass through more layers than flatter organizations. A disadvantage of bureaucratic structures is that they can discourage innovation and creativity within the organization. This type of structures is usually used in larger organizations. Post-bureaucratic structures. This type of structures has a long and strict hierarchy with the flexibility in using modern management techniques. This structure is focused on how simple structures can be used to make organizational adaptations. It is quite simple and stretched like a network. The next type is 2. Hierarchical organizational structure. The hierarchy phenotype model of the organizational structure shows an organization having both community and hierarchy in the same structure. A hierarchical organizational structure is a pyramid-shaped chart, where the board of directors is at the top position and workers are at the bottom level. This is the most common type of organizational structure. It motivates employees with chances for promotion. Above all, it better defines levels of authority and responsibility. Drawbacks of this type of structure are, employees show interest in their own departments rather than the whole company. It can make lower-level employees think that they have less authority to express their ideas for the company. 3. Functional organizational structure. A functional organizational structure consists of activities like task allocation, supervision, and coordination. Functional structure is also like a hierarchical structure. A person with the highest level of responsibility positioned at the top, and employees are positioned according to their skills and specialty. Only difference is, each department here is managed independently. Functional organizational structure allows employees to focus on their role, help teams and departments to feel self-determined. It also encourages specialization, and it is scalable. 4. Divisional organizational structure. Divisional organizational structure is one of the smartest organizational structure ever. In this structure, an organization is separated into some divisions, and each division has control over their own resources and operations. This structure is specially designed for large companies. Let's see some examples of divisional structure. Geographic divisional organizational structure. Divisions are separated by districts, territories, and regions. It's offering more effective localization and logistics. Companies might set up satellite offices around the country, in order to stay close and connected to their customers. Market-based divisional organizational structure. The divisions are separated by industry, market and customer types. The market-based structure is ideal for an organization that has product or services that are incomparable to specific market segments. This structure also keeps the business constantly conscious of demand changes among its different audience segments. Product-based divisional organizational structure. In a product-based divisional organizational structure, each division within the organization is dedicated to a particular product. 5. Matrix structure. The matrix organizational structure groups employees by both function and product at the same time. It doesn't follow the traditional hierarchical model. In this structure, employees have dual reporting relationships. The main objective of this structure is to provide both flexibility and more balanced decision-making. For example, an engineer may regularly belong to the technical department, under engineering director, but work on a temporary project under the project manager. Matrix organizational structure shows the more kinetic view of the organization, and it inspires employees to use their ability or skills in various capacities aside from their original roles. But sometimes it can create a conflict between project managers and departmental managers. 6. Flat, or horizontal organizational structure. A flat, or horizontal organization has an organizational structure with few or no levels of middle management between staff and executives. Basically, startup businesses use this type of structure to grow. This structure is completely free of hierarchy-related pressure, so that employees can be more productive. A flat, or horizontal structure gives employees more responsibility and provides a better opportunity to grow. But it can be difficult to maintain when the company grows beyond the startup state. It can also create confusion between employees of different level. 7. Circular organizational structure. The appearance of circular organizational structure is different from the rest of organizational structures, but it still relies on the hierarchy, in which higher-level employees occupying the inner rings of the circle, while the lower-level employees occupying outer rings. The advantages of circular organizational structure are: it meant to promote communication and free flow of information between different parts of the organization. Circular organizational structure also has a disadvantage, that is, unlike a hierarchical structure, a circular structure makes it difficult to find out whom to report, and how they're meant to fit into the organization. 8. Team-based organizational structure. The team is the newest organizational structure developed in the 20th century. In a small business, the team-based structure defines the entire organization. It can be both horizontal and vertical. A team-based organizational structure is meant to disrupt the traditional hierarchy, giving employees more control, cooperation and focusing more on problem solving. Advantages of this structure are: it increases performance, productivity, and transparency within an organization. It requires minimal management and can fit anywhere. Disadvantage of this type of organizational structure is, the promotional path is less clear in this structure, and it goes against the traditional hierarchical system. 9. Network-based organizational structure. Network structure is a modern concept. The network organization contracts out any business function that can be done better and more cheaply. Managers in this structure spend most of their time coordinating and controlling external relations. It makes sense of the spread of resources. The advantages of this structure are: it focuses more on open communication rather than hierarchy, and allows companies to be more flexible. It gives all employees the power to collaborate and make decisions. Some disadvantages of this type of structure are: it can become complex when dealing with an off-site process. It can be more difficult for employees to know whom to report. If you want to read or download the PDF, go through the link in the description. Like, share the video and please subscribe to my channel.